Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome to Yarn and Pajamas. Today is Crochet Podcast number 93. So guys, I've got a little stuff to show you today. I've got some finished objects. I've got some works in progress. I even have like a little mini shopping haul, I guess, that's craft related. And we can talk about upcoming. So yeah, I will go ahead and get started with my finished objects. The first one that I have here is another Kindle sleeve. This one here is the Meadow Kindle sleeve. It is a paid for pattern on Etsy by LTK Cuties, and I will put a link down below. Now, this color here, I believe it was a scrap ball. I believe it was a scrap of, it was called High Sierra from Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn line, and then I just added a button on it. It's like a pale blue button. But I used I'm going to say a 5.5 millimeter hook. I forgot my notebook at work. I was so diligent and wrote down all of my stuff during lunch today. Looked on my Yarnal and got all of the information, then ran off and forgot my notebook at work. But I believe it was a 5.5 millimeter hook. You do these little cluster stitches. Make such a pretty pattern across there. And I am going to give this Kindle sleeve to Danette so that her Kindle will have a nice little home. I think I told you everything about that one. Yes. Okay, so the next finished object I have is a finished object because of Finish It Friday, and it is this ragdoll frog prince because he has a crown. And if you watched that video, you know that I'm not very thrilled with how my frog turned out. Now, like, the designer's frog is super cute, and I've seen a bunch of people have made this frog, and theirs is super cute, but mine, for whatever reason, is just not cute at all. Just, I don't know what it is about him. I think it's the stuffing, like, because I did not enjoy putting him together, like putting his body front and back together. So maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, so his little belly patch here is a Just Yarn, like a Premier Just Yarn that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I think it's called Vibrant Green. The main color of green is Avocado. It's a Big Twist soft yarn. Scrap balls of the pink and black, and then that is a Red Heart Gold. So he is all finished and done. So another project that I got done, it's like two things, but it was like one pattern. It was a free pattern. It was from Yarnspirations, and it's called Woman's Hat and Scarf Set by Bernat. So I got the hat finished, and here it is. The colors in this closet are just not right. I have to still figure all of that out. I'm sorry about that. So kind of, they're orangey. Yeah. So I held two strands together because it said to use Bernat, like it's like a softy yarn. It's like a bigger sized yarn. So I held two double strands together to make the beanie, and now I was running out of yarn, so I did not make the beanie all the way down because it's supposed to have a brim. So I just stopped when, like, I put it on my head and it like fit and covered my ears. So and does anybody know how to not have that line in their hats? Because I do not know how to do that. I don't make many hats, but I used a Caron Cakes. It's an old discontinued color, and it was called Spice Cake. And I had bought the yarn at like a what's that called? The stores, they're closed down now, Tuesday morning, um, you know, in their craft section. And my goal was to make a blanket out of it, but I needed more yarn and I thought for sure I would find some more, but I never did. So I just had those 2 skeins laying around. And then as I was moving, I found them just in a random box with some other yarn. So I thought, why not use them? Now I am entering this one in Ella at No Catchy Name, her Kaleidoscope make along. So I already took a picture and have put this one in there. So that's my hat. And so I also have the scarf completed. And here is the scarf. So it is pretty long. So yes. So here is the scarf. I'm not really sure how one wears a scarf, but it seems like it would be nice and cover your neck and stuff. Let's see. But don't people like do it like this? Is this how they do it? Is that the correct way to wear a scarf? Ooh, very bulky. I feel like I'm putting on a tie. I used to work at Shoney's Inn and Sweets and Denny's way back in the day. And Denny's way back in the day. And we used to have to wear ties. And I was pretty good at tying a tie. But as you can see, it goes through a bunch of color changes. I did not like color control it. I just let it flow. Now I did when it was in this orange shade right here, because this was the top of it. I did cut off the orange because it would have been a big swatch of just plain orange. So I did go into the next color and then, so I did color control a little. But I need to take a picture of this so that I can enter this into the Kaleidoscope make along. So if you don't know about the Kaleidoscope make along, I will link the YouTube video that Ella announces it down below so that you guys can go and check it out and enter into it if you want to. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to hang now. That is it on finished objects. So, moving right along into what I've been working on. So, I've had a little bit of startitis. Like, I have all of these thoughts of things that I want to make. And one of them, so, you know, this being, like, I always say this every year, like, I'm not going to make things like that I don't want to make. But, and I'm going to hold true to that this year. But also, I keep telling myself, you need to make the things that you do want to make. Like, you don't have to have a reason in order to make this. Because I generally, when I pick something, a pattern out, it's like, I want to have a reason behind making it. Like, I am making this for. I am making this for. And just have that reason. Well, this 2025, there's no reason. Like, I make it because I want to make it. So that's where we are. And I have always wanted to make Buddy Bear 2.0 from Cassandra at Craftably Ever After. So now, this is a free pattern. And I forgot to mention that the frog, he be free. And this set, they are free too, and I will always put links down below. So I am working on Buddy Bear, and he is going to be an entry into Ella's Kaleidoscope Cal, because I had some of that High Sierra left over, and I thought that would make a cute bear. And you know what you've always wanted to make? Buddy Bear 2.0. So here I am, and I'm telling you, I worked all day one day. It was like I made all of this in like one afternoon because I wanted to be able to put that cute little face on there. I was so excited to be able to do that. So I have been working on him. Now, I do have one arm finished. It's just not sewn on. But I am running out of the High Sierra. So I came up with the idea to use this Just Yarn tweed for like the little like ball of his, like his little paw. And I wish I had known before, because I would have done it on his feet, and he's made from the bottom up, so I can't really not tearing him back out. But I still have his 2 ears to make as well. So I'm going to incorporate the brown and the High Sierra on his ears as well to tie that brown in. And I will have gotten rid of a big scrap of a variegated yarn. So I got rid of a big scrap and then 2 whole cakes making that. So I'm pretty happy about the success that I'm having for this kaleidoscope cow. So I made him as part of it, and I'm hoping to have him done soon because he's so cute. And I made him for no one other than myself. So thank you, Cassandra, for such a cute little buddy bear. Okay, another thing I'm working on, half of it, so, well, not half, but some of it fell on the floor, is another free pattern. And I'm using scrap yarns to make it, but not variegated scrap yarns, so they can't go into the kaleidoscope now. But they are some hats, turkey hats, and I'm making them for next Thanksgiving. So it's a free pattern on Pamela's Adoring Crochet. She has like a tutorial on her website, and I will link it down below. So I do have 2 of the beanies made, just the beanies, and I'm using, oh, I forgot to tell you guys the yarn. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and this is Big Twist Camel with scraps. I don't even know, they didn't have any kind of color or anything to them. They were just little balls. But on Buddy Bear, I told you guys the yarn, but I'm using a 2.75 millimeter hook. Her pattern calls for a 3, and I just grabbed my Clover set, and apparently Clover doesn't have a 3. It goes from a 3.25 to a 2.75, and I pulled out the 3.25, and I was like, oh, well, the next one must be, but he looks pretty good with a 2.75. So back to, I'm all over the place tonight, guys. I'm sorry. And I tried to be so efficient with that notebook, and it didn't help, did it? So like I said, scraps in these colors, and my goal is to make one for everyone to wear so that we can have a photo op for Thanksgiving, and then they have to turn the hats back in so that we can use them the following year for Thanksgiving, so they don't get to keep the hats. They can maybe request one, and I maybe will make them one to have, but they don't get to request these. And then I did go ahead and make the 2 pom-poms to go on the top, because I thought these colors kind of coordinated. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to make 2 at a time with coordinating colors so I can go ahead and make pom-poms. And I use my Clover Amour, he's not an Amour, but my Clover pom-pom maker, the blue one, not the largest large one, but the largest large one. The large, I think, is what it's called. But again, I'm using black, some yellow, I don't even know, it was a scrap, and like I barely had like enough. Like this was like the strand of the burgundy that was left. I used to tie it up. That's what was left of it. Ooh, let me lay these down. Black, the burgundy, the orange, and then that yellow. She said to use, a yellow to tie in the beak. So like she wants you to use like some of the colors of the beanie to tie in. So I do still have to shape the pom-poms, and hopefully maybe next week I'll have like a completed hat for you guys to see. I think it would be a cute idea for photo ops at Thanksgiving. It's a nice, easy idea as well, because you got all year to make them, and the beanie was like very easy. But again, like, well, this one's not, yeah, it's like, how do you not have that line in them? Like, is there a special technique that any of you guys know about that you could share with me? Because, you know, my beanie making is not that great. I've not made that many, but mine always have that line. And you wouldn't think that it would have one, but it does. I don't know. Okay, so next, living in my Buffalo Trace bag here, I have my Bernat blanket that I'm working on. Let me pull out some here so I don't. So I've just been putting rows in this, like when I'm sitting in my bed at night. I'll be working on catching up on some YouTube channels. It's got fuzz all over it from my blankets, but I'm behind on quite a few people's YouTube, so I've just been going, and that's why, like, some of you guys, if you get comments from me from videos from way back in July, that's why, because I'm so far behind. But I just sit in my bed and work on this because it's kind of mindless, and I don't have to have a lot of light, so I turn my overhead light off and just have my bedside lamp on, and I am able to see to work on it. So the last time you guys seen it, I was right here, and so I have added that much in, so from there to here. So I've done a pretty good amount for just working on it, and like I said, it goes my wingspan, and like I said, it's full of fuzz. But I think I have figured out who this blanket is meant for. So do you guys ever like work on a project and like you just start it? Like, I just started this one like with no particular person in mind, no reason in behind it other than I wanted to use this yarn up, and I wanted to have like just this mindless little project to work on. But I think that this project is now meant for my brother-in-law, Jeremy, because every time that I work on it, I think about him. And it's so weird, but I think about, well, I wonder if Jeremy would like this, or I wonder if like Jeremy would like this color. I wondered if Jeremy would like this. I wonder if I could make a bass fish like applique and sew on it like down in a corner, if Jeremy would like that. So every time that I start working on it, I think of my brother-in-law. So I think that that's God's way of telling me, hey, this is who this is meant for, in case you didn't know. So once I get it finished, and like I said, there's no rush, I'm just working on this as it goes, I am going to gift it to my brother-in-law. But he is a fisherman, an angler, is that what they call them? He does the bass fishing. So I would like to find a nice bass fish applique and put like down in the corner to kind of like maybe personalize it a little bit. It's for him. And so I thought that'd be fun. Okay, so the last thing that I've been working on is I wanted to make a wreath for Valentine's Day for my home. So I started working on one. And now I'm using a 5mm hook. And I'm using Red Heart yarn in the color Cherry Red. And it was just it was like not even a full skein. But you can blow through a wreath cover pretty fast. Like, I started working on this one yesterday, so it's pretty fast. I'm definitely gonna have to get this lighting figured out. So I like I said, I'm using a just a 5mm hook. Now, this is a free pattern by Repeat Crafter Me, and I think it's called Valentine Love Wreath. So I will pop in a picture right here of like what hers looks like and what I anticipate mine to look like. Mine will probably not look as good as Sarah's, but I'm going to try. Yes, so that's what I've gotten done. Now I'm going to show you guys just a little mini craft haul that I had from this weekend, because some of it does involve the wreath. So I will just show you guys. Let me get over here. Set my bag. I put everything down in a bag. So the first thing I got was a styrofoam ring. I did not have any, and I knew I was going to need one. I was at Hobby Lobby and they had the white one, so I didn't go looking too much for any other one. I just grabbed it and went. I was having so much fun at Hobby Lobby this weekend because I was shopping for my niece's birthday box coming up next month, and my nephew's birthday box from last August, because I got 2 birthday boxes behind. Now I did get my July niece, her birthday box out, and so now I'm working on my nephew's. So, and because I didn't want to get behind again, I just went ahead and started working on my niece's as well. And I was having so much fun because I was finding all kinds of cute stuff for the kids at Hobby Lobby, and it was just a good one. But I got me some letters. I got my L, my O, my V, and my E. These are wooden letters. I got them from their wood section. I was a little disappointed because, again, they don't have the ones I want. I wanted the thick, like paper ones in the 3-inch, and they used to sell them at Hobby Lobby, and they no longer do. And it breaks my heart a little bit because Hobby Lobby is not selling as much craft stuff as they used to. The aisles have like used to, the Hobby Lobby that I go to in Goshen, it had like 4.5, almost 5 aisles of like yarn, and now it has like 2.5, like 1, 2, yeah. So like one whole aisle with either side, and then another side of the thread aisle. So the thread aisle and part of the yarn is together. And it just makes me sad, because where are crafters supposed to go to get their craft supplies? Where are they supposed to go? Because Joann is closing down, so we're not going to be able to go to Joann to get the yarn and the fabric, which is what they were like known for. And now Hobby Lobby is cutting everything down. And our Michaels up here, they hardly have anything for crafting. It is mostly like just decor stuff anymore. So, but anyways, I got these small wooden letters, and what I'm going to do is wrap yarn around them, or I'm going to try. If I'm not successful with that, I'm going to just paint them. While at Hobby Lobby, I grabbed me some Velvety Smooth yarn in Ivory from Yarn Bee. It is, I think it's a bulky number 5. And I have a project in mind for this. I only needed the one little skein, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I think that's all that I got from Hobby Lobby that was craft related. Now from Michaels, I did pick up 2 colors of purple for my project of the love letters. I got this Loops and Threads. I think this one's the Impeccable, and the colorway is Amethyst. It's like a darker purple. And then I got this Loops and Threads. Oh, it's Impeccable too. And it's in the color Lavender. I have a lavender up there, but it's a brunette, Handicrafter, and I do not like it at all. I don't like working with it, so I'm probably going to donate that yarn. While at Michael's, this isn't craft related, but it's so cute I have to show you guys. I got these little candy mold silicone candy mold. And I am going to make my dog some treats with this. I make her some cookies that I cut out, and I think that I'd be able to put the dough down in this and bake them in this right here and make her some cute little cookies that she will like. And then the last thing I got is this little bag right here. Can you guess what I use it for? Project bags. It's called a mesh storage bag. Now Michael's did have these on 40% off. And on my Instagram, I see something similar to this that keeps popping up, trying to get me to buy it, you know. And it's like a project bag. They gear it towards, you know, us crafters and everything. But they are expensive. And then the shipping is astronomical. So when I saw these, they were $2.50 a piece, $2.49 after the 40% off. Because they're... well, I think they were even less than that. They're $3.99. Well, maybe right. And they had the 40% off. So I grabbed one in every color. I got a green one. I got the purple one. And I got the orange one. And you guys may recall the pink one that I already started using. And that is it on my little shopping spree, the stuff that I got craft related. I did get the kids a bunch of stuff and had fun doing that. Now, when I got to Michael's, I'd planned on going to Joann as well. But I started feeling sick in Michael's. My stomach started feeling like not good at all. So I thought, I'm just going to head on home. I've got quite a bit of a drive. I had like a 40-minute drive at that point because I'd ventured quite far away from the house. So I was like, I'm just going to go home and not even worry about this. Okay, let's talk about upcoming. So I definitely want to finish Buddy Bear because, like I said, I want to see him all finished and he's so cute. And I want to set him up on my shelf, to be honest, so that I can look at him in all of his cuteness. I would like to, you know, of course, get my wreath done. So I'm going to definitely be working on my wreath. I'm currently working on my project for Finish It Friday. I worked a little bit on it yesterday on Sunday. So I've got to sprinkle that in through the week so I can, you know, give it a good effort. Give it a good effort, you know. And that's all that one can ask for Finish It Friday, to give it just a good effort. So I'm working on that. I would like to, yeah, I think that, you know, I just want to really focus on that wreath. I thought about making some little hearts. Who is it? Stringy Ding Dang has the cutest little heart pattern. I love to make the hearts out of the Shepya's Katona cotton. So I may make some of those hearts to throw down in my niece's birthday box, because her birthday is close to, but not, you know, on Valentine's Day. So I thought, you know, some hearts that she can have, like, to just toss around or whatnot. Yeah, that's about it, guys. What have you guys been up to? Hopefully you've been staying warm, because we had a cold snap there and it got down pretty cold now, I just tell you. And then it just kept snowing on us and we just kept piling the snow up. And then on the days that it didn't snow, the wind blew, so it was like it was snowing. So I'm kind of glad that that cold snap is over. I know the first day that it was up in the 30s, you seen people walking around in short sleeve shirts and stuff. So I was like, you know, that the weather has broke a little bit. I hear that we've got some rain coming towards us. I hope that is not true, because I would like a little bit of a drier winter if I could get that, if at all possible, weatherman. I'm trying to think. I can't really think of anything else. As long as you guys are staying warm and staying happy. Yeah. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys have been working on. Definitely let me know if you have any tips or tricks when it comes to the line up the back of your beanies, because, or like if you guys know of a beanie pattern that eliminates that line, let me know about it, because at this point it's not too noticeable, but it's noticeable, you know. So yeah, definitely let me know down below if you have any tips or tricks, or just, you know, a good easy peasy hat pattern that I can continue making for these turkey hats. Okay guys, I have kept you long enough. I need to go fix me something for dinner, get this video edited, and see if I can't get it out there into the universe tonight. And I also have a little bit of work that I brought home. So that means I won't get paid for doing it. But it means that I won't be stressing out tomorrow. So might work on that. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button if you liked tonight's podcast. Bye.